Tuesday 20th May 2025. It has not rained for 3 weeks. The ground is very, very, very dry. Yet the birds are singing away. This is all the water in the stream on this side of the bridge. And this is all the water on this side of the bridge. A few insects, poor things, are flying around. Sun is shining. Rain is predicted tomorrow, but only 45% chance of rain. So let's hope it does not miss us. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday next week is supposed to be rainy, but again, let's hope it gets to us. Absolutely bone dry, this path. I have put a small ruler so you can see the measurements of the primrose. This is the wild British primrose. They're yellow. And the leaves are now going to grow. The flowers have come and gone, but the leaves will now grow, so the bulb grows for next February 2026. Universe willing, inshallah. Simon Courage and Louis Courage put in this brick path because it used to be so wet that we had, even with those boots, the big green long boots, Wellington boots, we would slither and slip. So they put this in. We provided the bricks so that we could walk on slightly drier part of the path. But look at it now. It's just growing. These are wild plants, and grass is growing where the bricks were. That's how much the climate has changed in just about 12 years, no more than that. This is a dockleaf plant which always grows near the stinging nettles. And when Shakiba came to England for the first time, I think in 75, August and October, she went into the park with my mother-in-law, Grandma. And Grandma didn't realize that Shakiba does not understand about stinging nettles. And she rolled down a bank and got stung all over. And then poor Grandma had to get this dock leaf, loads of dock leaves, cut them into small pieces and rub them on her skin, because these are alkali and the stinging nettles are acid. And then very quickly the pain goes away. So the antidote is here. Those are stinging nettles and those are dock leaves. The stinging nettles here are doing well, and right next to the stinging nettles is the dock leaf plant. If you don't know that, you would go and get some chemical from the chemist and screech and scream, while the antidote to the stinging nettle sting is here. It's a dock leaf, juice of a dock leaf. Beautiful blue forget-me-not flower. I always used to recite the poem, down in a valley carved on a rock, 3 little words, forget-me-not. Lovely stinging nettles. I'm told they are very nutritious. Look it up. A hawthorn flower. And I've put the ruler so you can see the size of it. My 5 o'clock alarm has gone. Tuesday, 17th June 2025. The temperature at this moment, about 5 o'clock, 10 to 5, is 25 degrees Celsius. I've never seen growth as luxuriant as this. We had to cut our way through in order to be able to get here. And the blackberries are just loads and loads of flowers. Lots, well, not as many insects as there would have been once, but there are some. And you can hear the birds. We are going to paint the gates, otherwise they will rust. To get new gates and put them in is a huge expense of time and money and everything. The blackberry plants are really tall and full of flowers, lots of flowers. Should have a bumper crop. This path had to be cut to the pond, otherwise I could not get myself to the pond. A lot of stinging nettles. The pond is unusually full. We had thunderstorms and apparently had a month's worth of rain in less than 24 hours. So there is plenty of water. There is no rain forecast for about 10 days. Beautiful views of this ancient woodland, site of special scientific interest, and let us hope that we can keep it so for future generations. Recording birdsong. Today's task is to paint this gate and also the pedestrian gate, both sides. It is a lovely sunny day. It should dry out. It's quite late, 5 o'clock now, 5:15. And that job has to be done somehow. I'm hoping that we will be able to paint the pedestrian gate as well. Big enough for the horses to come through. Just have to keep trying. Sunset, Maghrib is until 9:20 or 9:18. So, inshallah, we should be able to finish today. Had to spend a lot of time cutting down the vegetation because it has really grown. It's sunny, very hot, and then it rains. Ideal growing weather. But the field isn't looking that great because it has been very dry this April, so I don't know. It's total shade under the trees. It's very beautiful, very cool under the trees, very hot out here. It is 25 degrees Celsius. Sunday the 6th of July 2025, it has rained today after a drought. And after a few days, the temperature is going to be 32 degrees Celsius. But today it's just lovely. It's been 20 and the plants need the rain. We have been filling holes, which I will show you later. There is ragwort, but there are no cinnabar moths. They used to live off the ragwort, eat the ragwort. So the ragwort is doing well. I don't know what has happened. Maybe in another week's time, the blackberries will thrive and grow and ready to eat. They are doing well. It's a very, very good crop, but not ready. The rose bay willow herb has just decided to come. Apparently, it was the first plant to grow on the bomb sites of London after the Blitz. It's also very, very overgrown because we haven't been able to come. We have been working, and we will have to come next Sunday and mend some more potholes as well as cut this so I can walk. This was cut a few weeks ago, as you know, but it has grown back because what is happening is very, very hot temperatures, and then we have thunderbursts and thunder clouds and lots of rain. Beautiful leaves of the primroses. They are growing bigger and nurturing the roots, ready for next year. They must like this, hot temperatures and lots of rain. The pond is full, especially at this time of year, so that is a big thing. I will shut up so that you can hear the rain dripping down the leaves. It has really come down. It was a cloudburst. It is really beautiful. Just listen. Very luxuriant growth of leaves on both sides. Field seems to be looking okay. I'm not sure if the yield is good because it has been so dry. So it is dry, very, very dry, and then it rains. We filled these holes in the road 3-4 years ago, and the big lorries and trucks again made the hole, and this is where we park the car sometimes, and then we had to do it again today. See how long this lasts. This gate badly needs painting, but because the owners of the horses go in and out all day, I will have to give them the paint and everything else, and they can then paint it at a time to suit them. And I forgot to bring the paint. The horses are waiting. Lovely to see them. The light is going, but it is lovely to see the horses eating away. Mares with their foals. It has been so dry that the ground is cracking up. And even with this rain that's come, it's not going to change anything. It's rained all day today and nothing's happened really. The ground is still dry. It is just awful to see the cracks in the ground. This is called bird's foot trefoil. You can look that one up, and it's a wild meadow plant. This was overgrazed by the horses, and now it's coming back because they're no longer here. So we have a little bit of wildflower meadow. Another lovely patch of bird's foot trefoil. Seems to be doing all right, this bit of the meadow. This is a kind of hemp. The insects love it, and look at the ditch. I have never seen this. Is one of the headwaters of the river belt. It feeds it. There is nothing in it, nothing at all, and it has rained. Apparently the voles love it. Further along, further upstream, there is a homes of the voles, and in a patch that is even more denser than this. This is very, very poisonous to humans. I have never seen the ditch this dry, ever. In 25 years, I have not seen it this dry. The only water to drink is in the 2 ponds that we put in. If we hadn't put those in, there would have been no water for the animals in this area. Dock plant with flowers. You always find dock, which is alkali, next to stinging nettles, which are acid. And I know that if I get stung by stinging nettles, which I do regularly, then I can take a couple of leaves and make them small and get the juice come out and rub it on my stinging nettle area, and on my hand, and the pain goes away. Amazing. Drinking time. Lovely clean water. mummy and foal. These berries are used to flavor the gin. Last year we had none whatsoever. It is lovely to see that this year we have a good crop. Thursday, the 10th of July 2025. It's been about 28-29 degrees Celsius today. Tomorrow will be 32. As you can see, the vegetation is doing well. The very fast rain really, and lot of it in a short while had taken the curb away. So we have put stones, and on top of stones we have put vegetation, so I can park here. But we cut some of this thick vegetation so we can walk to the gate. And the scent, I wish I could capture it. It is absolutely amazing. And there are few insects here, not as many as there should be, but still there are some. It is lovely to just sit here and watch them. But the scent is what I would consider heady. Juniper berries are there, but they are not as many as they were about before COVID. There used to be tons and tons of it. But still there are a few insects. About 7 o'clock on Thursday, the 10th of July. These are wild blackberries and they are not ripe yet, but the cultivated ones are very ripe. I must take a video of those tomorrow, of the cultivated variety, because I had some yesterday. But these are gorgeous. Very quiet, very peaceful, and lovely scent. The birds are not singing yet. It's only 7 o'clock. Sunset is around 9 o'clock. So a couple of hours. So wherever they are not here. Everything is flowering and fruiting. Beautiful grass, long heads with seeds on it, pollen, and that must be giving a big headache to people who are allergic to pollen. But the crop of blackberries will be really good. I think I can have one today. It's quite red or black. When they are black, they are ready to eat. These are still ripening. I ate one. It wasn't very sweet. It is going to be really hot tomorrow. Then I think they should ripen. But there is no rain, so they are not getting juicy. Ragwort is beautiful but poisonous if to horses. Normally there used to be about 6 or 7 Cinnabar moth caterpillars on this one flower, something like this. I do not see any. I've been trying to watch for them, but there are no Cinnabar moth caterpillars on here, and they used to eat it. There are lots of other insects, or some insects. There has been a collapse in the insect population in Kent because of pesticides, pollution, you name it, drought, loss of habitat. It is very warm and very quiet because they are cleaning up Hode's going to cost 17 million pounds of the budget of the Environment Department, because for nearly 2 years they allowed people to dump toxic waste. We also wrote to them, we emailed them, we did everything, but nothing was done. Apparently, according to them, they were gathering evidence. We could give them evidence from the first day. A very healthy bed of stinging nettles. Dock leaves should be nearby. Stinging nettles are acid in nature and dock leaves are alkali, because years ago Shakiba came from Iran and didn't know anything about stinging nettles and rolled down a bank of stinging nettles. Came home covered in red blotches. And then Grandma, she was busy using dock leaves, collecting them and taking juice out of it and putting it on her, welts. They were really welts. Awfully red things and itching, poor thing. Always remember that. So I'm very respectful of stinging nettles. Today we have filled in this deep hole with sand and lots of other sort of vegetable matter. But it won't last long because once the rains come, it will be washed away. But for the time being, it will be okay. Evening sunlight, July evening sunlight, filtering through the trees has a mesmerizing effect. Beautiful. Beautiful, delicate white flowers. Look like stars. Lots of water in the pond, a little bit less than it was last few days ago, but enough for animals to drink, insects and so on. And I often think that if it wasn't for Pauline Harvey, who said to us, there are no ponds in the wood, you must put ponds in the wood. We put 2 ponds in. I can't get to the second one yet because the growth of stinging nettles is so much I can't get past, but once that is cut down, I will be able to go and log what the water is doing. But she was very, very good. She taught us how to look after the place. In those days, English Nature used to do courses, free courses in Y, and we went and did courses and met other people, bought machinery, learned how to use it. Nothing like that, as far as I know, is happening at the moment. Things keep getting reorganized, and most of the energy and money is spent in reorganization and actual work. I can't see that much of it happens. At least I am not aware of it. But at that time, 25 years ago, English Nature was very good, and maybe Pauline Harvey was very, very good. She retired in about 20 years ago, so we don't know. I don't know where she is. We lost touch. We went to her retirement party. It was very, very good in the village hall. But in those days, we did not have WhatsApp. So we had phone numbers, and I don't know where her number is. WhatsApp and mobile phones enable us to keep in touch with people if we want to. There is not a drop of water. If it wasn't for the pond, I don't know what the animals would do. Really worries me. Thinking on an optimistic note, half the year has gone. We've had half the rainfall we should have had, but most of it came in January. So the ground is dry. But it is not hard to imagine that this area will be full of bluebells come May 2026. Creator willing, and hope we are all here to witness this beautiful spectacle and the scent and the new life in the forest and the wood. Here is a bed of primroses making food, basically using photosynthesis for the roots. And then come February, March, there will be lots of lovely yellow wild primroses. In years gone by, this used to be a marsh, and I used to have to wear Wellingtons to go through here. It is dry as a bone. The horses are keeping the grass down, but they are all at the other end, where their water and food is. This is the road that huge lorries with no number plates went up and down, 4 up and 4 down, emptying their toxic waste into a site of special scientific interest. All the people who lived along here had videos, there were no number plates, so we couldn't do that, photographs, everything, but this was allowed to continue for 6 months while somebody was gathering evidence. Now the taxpayer is paying for it to be cleaned up. I hope that these areas will still remain as beautiful, clean, pristine lungs for Ashford and the surrounding villages. A beautiful arch of trees into the wood or the forest. Very quiet today.